Yo, what's going on, guys? Black Halo here. Today I'm bringing you guys an in-depth Tiger stance Udyr guide. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Udyr, what to do to get ahead early game in order to snowball yourself. That's one of the main things you want to prioritize with just starting Q, because that's really what sucks about it. It falls off compared to Phoenix stance. That's why I always prefer going Phoenix, because at the end of the day you always have that split push and pressure with the wave clear. You have the late game secured in a way, but when you go Tiger stance and you die a little bit earlier, you do a little bit bad, it's kind of demoralizing, and especially if you have a really heavy early game comp, the enemy team can just run all over you. So speaking of the comp, the matchups we have for today: Garen versus Yasuo top lane. I didn't mention this, but I am just trying to steal this buff, this red buff. I recommend trying to go into the jungle early and try to steal red buffs like this. But we got Udyr in the jungle, which is me, versus Hecarim, which is a very strong pick against Udyr. He's a very strong. Like, honestly, I think Hecarim is one of the hardest Udyr matchups, and Yasuo's just chilling over here. They know that I stole that buff. We traded, so it's whatever. It's okay, you know. At the end of the day, I have to walk less because I started here. Well, I guess it's the same amount of distance. It really doesn't matter. Let me turn off or turn on the fog and get back onto the matchup. So as you can see, we got Ziggs, Orianna, Caitlyn versus Lucian, and Bard versus Lulu. I got a bit distracted there, but as you can see, I started E second. I started Bear second. I really like maxing Bear second a lot of the time, or maxing Turtle second. I don't like going in between hybrid or like Turtle and the Phoenix, because I feel like whenever I have level 1 Tiger or Bear, it's just such a useless stance. Like, once you get a lot of points in the Bear stance, you just haul ass. You get a lot of mana reduced on just hitting the key in general. You also just get more move speed. So I just like running around the map and covering ground. That's just my play style. It depends on how you play Udyr when it comes to just how you want to end up carrying games. Because a lot of people, including me, like to just, after you get a decent amount of damage with Tiger stance, try and just detect the enemy movements and see how they're doing and where they're going to try to aim to assassinate. I cover that in my mobile fire guide. Link will be in the description. And I see Orianna overextending here, so obviously she is going to just flash and go. So I'm walking ahead of her. Every single auto attack I drop, and I know that one more dot will kill her, but I need to drop the stun to catch up to her and get the move speed. And then I just drop another dot and walk away. And then she's dead. And I really wanted to throw it. I tried to throw it into Bear stance instead of just walking back. Like, I was spamming E. I'm pretty sure I lagged there. If I would have gotten that Bear stance off, I might have been able to survive. Not too sure of my Colossus mastery. But yeah, we actually get another kill on Hecarim. So that's really good for us. That's a good exchange, because Hecarim didn't survive with the double buffs. It would have been bad if he got out alive. So I'm gonna speed this up a bit here. That's probably the best thing I could get in this scenario against this comp. As you can see, our comp versus theirs, they have a lot of hard engage, and they have such a more dominant comp. Their comp is better. Simple as that. So what I'm doing here is just I'm making sure to clear all of my jungle. I'm gonna path from my golems all the way up from bot side, Wraiths, or Wolves, and then Gromp. I was able to afford Tiamat first back, which is really what you want to aim to do. Tiamat on Tiger stance is essential to clearing camps, and I was a little bit like skeptical on it, because I didn't like rushing that item, because it ended up leaving you squishy and you didn't get a jungle item early on. But I think it's the best option because it just scales really well. You're going to end up building this into Titanic, by the way, so keep that in mind. I'm taking Scuttle Crab right here to get the extra HP for this gank. And as you can see, they're overextending. No wars down here. A lot of people pinging, including my support. So this is pretty much a free little gank. Overextending. Just make sure to keep in mind where the enemy team is and how they're positioning. That dot gets her, and then I get another kill for my Caitlyn. So that went down very well for us as well. So I've already established my early game lead. 5 minutes into the game, level 5. I'm doing good. What I'm planning to do is walk into the enemy jungle here, and this was some cheese, man. I don't understand. Let me see. Watch this. So I'm gonna go to red side. I guess Hecarim saw me come in. Oh, he dropped the ward. Okay, I did not know he dropped the ward here. So basically, I'm just sitting on a ward. I'm trying to aim to assassinate here, but I didn't know it was ward. They try to keep pink wards on you. I actually have one. I know I don't. But yeah, what I do here, I didn't panic. I got 4 champions coming at me 6 minutes in. I'm not gonna panic. Sitting on a ward. I was trying to just kill him, get a dot on him, because I could have soloed him. But he knocks me back, so I already know that his E is on cooldown, so he's not going to be able to chase after me. I'm dropping damage as I'm trying to run away here. So I drop the stun. I get my Colossus shield, which saves my ass. I also decide to pop Ghost because of that. And I smite the camp on the way out. And I'm out of there. Dipset. Chase more, please. 101. And we're back into farming our own jungle. I got a little close to death, but the main thing you don't want to do is just try to path correctly, running out, and not panic. Simple as that. And now I'm free to just go back and do what I need to do to keep this game snowballing. Because I do not want to give any advantages up to the enemy team, or it'll be bad. Especially early on when I need to get ahead. So what I purchased here was just my Skirmisher Saber. The jungle item for my build has not changed up. I still think that Cinderhulk Skirmisher Saber is the best jungle item on Udyr right now, along with Chilling Smite. I don't remember. I think it's called Stalker's Blade. Pretty sure it is. That's my favorite item. Those two. So grabbing my red buff here. Hecarim did take this one, and his is up. He hasn't gotten to it just yet. So you do want to keep in mind of where the enemy jungler is. I assume that he was at his top side because of that whole occurrence early game going down when I took the buff. So we're just being sure to farm this. And next up on the item list, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up trying to finish my jungle item. But be sure to farm up. Farming up is very underrated nowadays, especially when it comes to people thinking that, oh, AFK farming isn't really all that strong. You're just farming up. You want to gank every single lane and help all your laners. And that's what every single teammate is going to tell you to do in your ranked games. And I don't know how many times that my teammates have hindered me from actually being successful and getting elo, and when it came to them just trying to spam ping me, thinking I'm in the wrong position when I'm actually not, when they just want my help. That's all. That's kind of like human mentality at the same time too. All they want is for people to help them out. If they're losing lane, something like that, they want, oh, well, you need to gank my lane right now. No, I need to farm up and try to carry your ass and try and get more gold to just destroy the whole enemy team and make sure nobody can stop me. So right now, I'm checking out top lane. I was thinking about diving this, but 2 seconds later after thinking that, I decided that, oh, well, that's pretty boosted. I mean, I would love to have this guy killed because of his shield being down, and Yasuo is just super OP right now. It's not a good idea to dive this lane. So what I'm gonna do instead is just counter jungle. Counter jungling at every single possible chance that I can get. So right now I see my top laner has roamed, and that's a really good roam by him. He's catching the Orianna overextending at the turret. So we get the TP coming out from Yasuo, but I don't care, guys. When I commit, I commit. I'm going to go for this kill. I know I've calculated the damage. I know I can kill her. So I lost vision there for a second. I had no ward. You want to ward the bush if you have one to not lose vision like that. So I smited a bit late. I thought I wouldn't be able to get the kill, but I actually do. So it's pretty good. I knew I was going to go down. It's whatever. I'll take the gold because I need my next item. But they do have a double buff, so it's whatever, man. It's like, I'll take that exchange. I'll take that trade. I will take it. And what I'm going to make sure to do is try to get... Well, it's bad because he did go down bottom roam and kill my AD, but I'm still going to try to make sure to get my doubles back if I can and try to get another lead with the gold that I just earned from the kill and getting mid lane killed. So what I did pick up was... oh, yeah, I got my Bami Cinder. That's what you want to pick up next after getting your Tiamat or your finished jungle item. It really helps out because of the extra tankiness, and they're really committing pretty hard down here bot lane. I couldn't do anything here. I really couldn't do anything here. I wanted to kill them, but I couldn't, so I'm just gonna go and hold mid. They have a pink ward right here, so I want to take that out whenever I possibly can, but we should have just hold it this way. What I did here, another thing you guys want to make sure to do, I ended up learning this. to not just tank the wave when you come up to hold this lane. You don't want to walk all the way up here, because all she's gonna do is just throw a ball at you and then start trying to kill you. I mean, I know that she can't kill me because I'm pretty ahead right now, and I have my Bomby Cinder. Like I said, I have a decent amount of tankiness calculated at dot killing the cannon. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just constantly running up, and what I haven't done is put a single point into turtle stance. So you just gotta know how much you can tank when you do stuff like that. And I knew that the Orianna ult wouldn't kill me. And at the end of the day, when she ults like that, and I'm Udyr, I can just sustain. I got some pots, so all I gotta do is just farm the jungle, and let my team know that the Orianna ulti is down, and nobody else can CC. No shockwave. And whenever I'm low, I just try to get a camp like Scuttles, or just try to look for a plant, obviously, because I need the HP and I want to be able to just sustain. Just sustain. Yeah, it's pretty damn good sustain, because he's Udyr, even without turtle stance. So, I'm trying to gank top here. It looks like this Yasuo is playing this game really well. He knows that something fishy is going on, and he didn't even have this lane warded. And I kept hanging around here. I was like, wait, is this warded? And he wasn't really like running up. So he's just playing the lane well, because he's just not walking up and trying to get all aggro for no reason. And he's getting properly zoned too, because of Garen level 9. He has the minion advantage, so that's definitely why that's going down like that. So I'm just wasting a tad bit time. Well, I'm not really wasting time because I counter jungle it. So I'm sure to ping the Hecarim. I was thinking about ganking this lane as well, but I knew that Hecarim was close, and he had ulti too. Well, he didn't have ulti. So if I would have ran in here, I'm backing on a ward, and this lane was warded too. I can't gank this. I was trying to though. Like, I'm always trying to find a way to just get a lead or get back into the game and get a few more kills, because we are down in kills and gold. We are down early. Not much I can do here though. What I could have did was hang around top side and try to steal his red, but I didn't know that he was just chilling here, so I'm just trying to show some presence. So I know that Garen is roaming down here, so I decided to just ghost in, and I finally got a point in turtle stance. Dropped my Tiamat just to get a little bit of damage onto him, and we disengaged just like that. We try. I disengaged, but yeah, we got Orianna ulti once again, so it's nothing wrong about that. A ward in my, there's a lot of wards. I even said this in the game too. Like, I noticed that the enemy team just had a lot of ward coverage, and when they do, they just see you coming and they can just kite the living crap out of you. That's one thing that's bad about Udyr, especially when you're going against an AD carry like maybe Caitlyn or Lucian. It's just the struggle when they just dance all over you. You just can't even catch up to them, and you just gotta get tanky. There's no other way to really deal with that. You need your items. You definitely need your items to deal with foes like that. So Earth Dragon is up. Looks like, oh yeah, I know what ends up happening here. What I don't do, I knew Lulu was walking through here, and she actually didn't have a ward, but her whole team was actually around it, apparently. Or she ended up having some help. So what I should have did here is just threw it right in Q, or yeah, I should have hit Tiger Stance a lot earlier. And bot lane is actually doing pretty damn good right now compared to ours, so they're ahead. So I'm not going to do as much damage. I'm the same level as her. I should have hit Q earlier so I can get the extra like double dot. But what ends up happening is that Hecarim just decides to run all in and ruin my day. And I die. And I die. So a bit of a miscalculation there, a misplay. At the end of the day, I shouldn't have been right there. But hey, what can you do? It happens. It happens to the best of us. So what I decided to buy here is, I believe, yeah, I pick up, yeah, actually, I think I died with enough gold to get my Bomby Cinder or to get my Cinder Hulk. So I should have just backed. What I also did was just pick up another longsword. And he also got a kill onto the dragon. Onto the dragon. And yeah, like I said, he's just basically kiting the living crap out of me. I can't do much. I gotta back up here. It was a slight misplay here because I wasn't trying to get greedy when Lulu already is over here. I didn't know Bard was coming in and was going to drop an ulti like that. But at the same time, I still can't even get onto this dude. But my Caitlyn should be running up because she's ranged. I don't know why she wasn't running up to try and drop autos. So it's whatever. We might have got a kill there if we played it a little better, but it's okay. So I'm just steady farming here. Gotta keep on my buffs. Gotta keep everything cleared, especially since Hecarim is deciding to try and come into my jungle as well. Need the whole mid here. I got a little bit of assistance. Got all of that CS. That's something you want to make sure to do. I cover it a lot. Cover mid and get every single CS. If you need help CSing in practice, simple as that. Nothing I can really tell you about that. But I've actually I probably could, because I CS pretty well. I've been practicing. Getting a bit better. I've been playing more top lane as well, so I've definitely been improving. So I finally got my next blue buff. I'm looking to help out top lane, but I actually was like, no, I should not help top lane because there's already 2 champions up here. There's only Ziggs here. He has a lot of wave clear. That's something you want to keep in mind. This Ziggs will win you the game if you keep him safe and you keep him with a blue buff or something like that. But I noticed that there was 3 champions sieging down mid lane, so I cannot come down, or I cannot come over here top lane to try and help hold this lane. What I need to do is go mid, but I'm not going mid. I actually get zoned off over here on Lulu's end. So yeah, they end up actually no, they end up just killing the Bard. There's nothing I could do about that. Even if I went top lane, they would have followed me. That would not have been good. I might have even died if I went up there with them. So just not getting baited is also pretty important as well. You're better off farming Wolf Camp instead of getting baited and dying with your team. And me and Caitlyn are just sieging mid lane since they're all pushing top lane. And we're trying to trade here, but this is essentially not bad. Because when it comes to just running these lanes and pushing them out to how much we are, you're like, when you play Udyr, you're the split pushing king. You're gonna, obviously, you're gonna be able to just out push the enemy team at the end of the day, unless it's like a Tryndamere. Tryndamere is one of the main champions that can duel Udyr and split push harder than him. However, what I did after getting mid, I noticed that they were gonna get Rift Hero. They're still showing all top lane. What I'm gonna do is I see an opening for this tower. I see another wave pushing up, and there's already one under tower. So what I'm gonna do is slap this turret a million times and get it down. And I'm gonna get it because I got Tiger Stance. I keep activating it. And what I also do is, since I got third proc every single, like, you get resets on this proc when you hit the tower. What you want to do is prioritize hitting the tower, but when you can, dot a minion on the side so you can actually get the wave killed, so you can actually get your minions focusing on this tower. So when I heard that noise, I was like, oh shit, we're kind of in trouble, because since they spawned that Rift Herald mid, that probably means that they're gonna get this turret. So I need the back here. If I would have stayed and pushed this wave and tried to get this tower, I probably wouldn't have got it. The enemy team would have backed, and I would have lost even more because of my team needing assistance up here, because this turret is also low as well. They're sieging pretty damn hard, and my red buff is also spawning, so I definitely need the back there. So what I got is a Titanic Hydra, and this is really when you start power spacking. Once you get these 2 items, especially Titanic Hydra at this point in the game, you start to do a lot of damage, and I will represent some real damage coming out. I start to really capitalize on the enemy team's bad positioning and start cashing them out, and I did a lot of damage right now. So what ended up happening, I didn't even see it, but I heard the Orianna shockwave go down. So what I'm gonna do is pop Ghost and run in with my team. Orianna flashed, Lulu flashed, so since Lucian is just right here, he's the only one to kill, I just go ahead and drop a dot on him, and they're all running away, so that's really good for me. And this is really bad for them right now, because they decided to overextend and overstay their welcome, and they gave me another kill. So what I'm gonna do is snowball my lead and snowball my advantage with this lead, or with that kill. Probably type into my team or something here, but I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Be sure to drop a like if you are, and subscribe, turn on post notifications for more video updates, stuff like that, because I sure do know how to catch people out of position and chase people down and bait them out. So drop the stun on the Hecarim here. He gets a little greedy to kill our AD carry, so we get a shutdown on our Ziggs, which is very good. Just this champion in general, when you play, like, if you see a Ziggs mid, just pick Udyr. Simple as that, because he's such a good champion to help wave clear. And it used to be the same way for Lux, but Lux has gotten a little bit weaker in this current state. So let's go out. But that's a little irrelevant. Let's go into this whole red buff occurrence. What I decided to do here is I dropped this red buff. I dropped this blue buff pretty damn low. What you want to do is try and give this over to your Ziggs if possible. But that actually didn't end up going down. Lucian ended up getting it, but he wasted his Q on it. He's really committing to try and steal this. So after I got polymorphed, I tried to drop the stun, or drop the dot actually. It would have been better. Yeah, that's the right thing to do is drop the dot. But he flashed in time. But fortunately, we got 2 global ultis going down. Ziggs ult got the blue buff for him. He's over there fighting Orianna, and I get a free kill on the Lulu. Meanwhile, I can just go ahead and chase down Orianna because I know me pathing this way, and I'm really fast with these move speed quints. I don't even have to hit bear stance again. I can just drop a stun and drop my smite, drop my combo, slap her with tiger stance, and she's dead. So now, instead of being 3-3-4 or something like that, we are 6-3-4. We have a lot more gold in the bank right now. 8k total, or 9k total, 1700 in the bank. And I also see a red buff spawning, so that's another buff for me. But meanwhile, Hecarim is looking towards Inferno Drake, which is one of the best things he can do right now. But I'm gonna go top because I see Yasuo overextending, and he's flawless right now. What you want to do right now is shut it. What you want to do when people are super flawless like this is just wait for them to be lacking. Wait for them to throw their lead just like that. You get the shutdown gold, all for yourself. So I got even more gold in the bank, 7-3-4 right now. So we're looking pretty good, even though they have the better comp than us. Since we're just really running the map and rotating better and just being able to capitalize on enemy positioning, like I feel like I've said a million times, which is key, we are able to just force out the goal from them and force these objectives, or force leads, grab these advantages for ourselves. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting the Dead Man's Plate next. I love this item as an armor item for Udyr because it gives him a lot of stuff that he needs, such as the extra move speed to cover ground. You get extra armor and health, which scales pretty damn well. Versus Yasuo, okay, versus Yasuo is decent, but what you want versus Yasuo is like a random doings, something that helps. So Lucian is just pushing up too far. So what we got going down right here is Garen just tanking everything. He's just front lining right now. So I'm keeping this in mind. What I'm going to do as well is just try to peel this Hecarim off. Because Hecarim, like I said, he's such a strong jungler right now. He's the strongest one on their team. So killing him right now is not a bad idea. He's not really building too much tank. We got a TP coming in from Yasuo right here. So what I'm making sure to do is just try and stay in front with my team so they can drop damage, as well as try and kill this Hecarim. But we don't get him. He's pretty dang tanky. So we just have to disengage here. We got some pretty decent disengage, and Ziggs was able to kill Lulu as I was taking all that much, and she almost got her too. Dang, one more palm away from killing her. So that's really good for us. Since they tried to engage, we just capitalized on them and disengaged very well. We kited back, and we're able to kill them. So I think I started trying to ping that I'm coming on to my way. And that is an amazing Bard ulti. Bard has had some pretty good ulti. So he's dead. Orianna dropped the ulti onto me. I was wondering why. Because they're not going to kill me. Get the magical journey out safely. Feels good, man. So goalie right now is we're still down, but we're catching back up in the kill department. Be sure to grab that hot cocoa there. So I get another free turret. But this is actually a big mistake. This is actually the throw of the game right here. I got a little greedy. What I could have did there, I didn't know my Ziggs was right here. What I could have did is actually just go straight ham. I could have went so freaking ham right here. And this might have snowballed the entire game and led us to get Baron. But what I did is I didn't know that these guys were being greedy here. I could have just walked back, stunned this Hecarim, and just started like, and not backed up, you know? I could have just started like trying to stun the Yasuo and get him down, because I would have if I would have dropped my combo on him, even though I didn't even have that much gold in the bank, so I could have just killed him. Simple as that. Yeah, I could have just killed him. So he even dropped the smite to indicate that he was trying to back off, and he fucked up. They actually really made a big mistake there. I just didn't capitalize on it, and I paid for it. Just like that. So while all of this is going down, Garen and Caitlyn are trying to push mid in order to get another objective. However, since the 3 of us just went down, they're going to get Baron. So that's really bad. And especially since they got this type of comp, they have like a dive comp. They don't have a siege comp or anything like that. It would have been, well, they sort of do, but it would have been bad if they did, like, really were able to just force this down our throats seriously. But they do have a pretty heavy engaged comp, so that's something we got to keep in mind, man. We can't really walk up to them too much. We just got to defend the best that we can, because they're gonna be coming after stuff like this turret. They're gonna be coming after these open inhibitor turrets. But the good thing about those is that if you are to protect them when they get like around this HP or something like that, and you ended up killing the enemy team, like ace them or something like that, you can let these things regen. So it's great when you actually let them regen and they don't actually take these inhibitor turrets. When they take inhibitor turrets, it honestly sucks. Don't let these things go down for free is what I'm saying. So I noticed that the enemy team is coming after me. I dropped the ward, and as soon as I did, they start to chase me down. And you know, my name is not Chase More Please for a reason. I'm used to them doing this and committing time, and that's just how I gain elo in a way. I use the enemies, use them mispositioning like that and chasing me to try and get advantages and waste their time like I just did. Since they decided to try and chase me, even though they're going for this turret, I got a blue buff pretty much for free instead of giving it over to their Orianna for them to try and destroy us when they grouped up. So what we need to do is just really, honestly, what I need right now is a CC rod, because they're really able to siege all these turrets down. However, I don't think I pick it up or really pick it up anytime soon. And I have enough for Deadmans, I think. I do have enough to buy Deadmans, so I could go back. I actually do want to go back right now, but they are sieging really hard right now. So what you want to not do is whenever they decide to siege, is not necessarily go in, just try to get rid of the wave and try to kill the wave first. But if they do try and go in and try and dive you, you want to be sure to try and drop a stun onto them when they try and go into your back line. It's kind of hard to explain, and it's difficult to do, honestly, when they have Baron buff and they're sieging this hard onto you. You got to capitalize on the first bad move. Say if somebody stepped on a trap and everybody decides to focus them down, and you're not getting focused down, but they're going to be like trying to kill you. So it sucks, man. It's actually a hard occurrence, I will not lie, to hold this stuff down. So they ended up chucking me out, and the wave, I went back here because I knew the wave is not going to be here too soon. But what they could do is run back and bring the wave and have it run a little faster, but they didn't. As you can see, they actually get more move speed when they have a Baron. Yeah, when Baron is enhancing them. So yeah, like 40 more move speed. Actually a little bit more than that. So they start running up to the turret really quickly. But what we decide to do while the wave is not here is to try and pick off this Lucian. And let me actually go back again to show you guys how he actually got caught. So my team actually did this. So as I go back to get my Deadman's plate, Hecarim is just trying to go in. He just hit E, so he can't engage. It looks like my team took advantage of that. And then Lucian split off over here for some reason. Don't ask me why. But he split off over here, and he's just chilling, waiting to get Bards done, basically. And he really did throw the game for them, because they might have been able to keep sieging, but that was a really long siege, to be honest. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to go in and secure my buff or something like that, or just try and get as many kills on the enemy team as I can and try to catch them out, stop the siege. Orianna just dropped the ulti onto Bard. I'm trying to just get my buff, but what I could have did was just actually try and get the buff. I get her flash though, so that's pretty good. Only thing is, Yasuo's over here. He has a Phantom Dancer. If he would have had a Frozen Mallet, that would have sucked for me, because he might have killed me. But he does not kill me here. So I was able to run out for free, basically. And they don't even know that my red buff or my blue buff is still up. So yeah. Still 5k gold down. It's okay. They just got Earth Dragon 2. They have 2 Earth Dragon Drakes to our Infernal, and we have 0. So that sucks. What I need to do right now is just repressure the map, because as you can see, we got pressure top lane, we got pressure bot lane. This wave is about to come in. Well, our wave is going to come in before this one, but we still want to get this pushed out. This is our priority to get pushed out. If I don't hold this lane, it would be really bad. And I'm giving this over to my Ziggs, because you definitely want to give blue buff over to him. Even if he's not doing all that well, which he's doing well. But I'm just saying, even if he's not, you still want to give him stuff like farm, and you still want to give him the ability to scale up and just drop deeps and drop poke and damage, because this dude, the wave clear is just so OP when it comes to just running our gates comp and just getting all these turrets down, being able to split push, because it gives you a lot of leeway and extra time to do what you need to do to destroy the enemy base. And I will be demonstrating how I decide to take these towers too. So let me not spoil the game and rewind. I feel like I have a bad habit of doing that. I don't know if you guys mind. Be sure to let me know if you guys mind. I'll try to stop predicting what happens, or saying what happened, or not predicting, but spoiling what happens. So there's only 2 of these people here. Yasuo's actually pushing top. I'm pretty sure I knew that. And they're showing bot. So there's only 2 people. He just dashed in too, like a retard. And we are able to drop a stun on him and kill him. So we're really just catching this Lucian off guard. We're capitalizing on his bad positioning. Like, he has the kiting mechanics, but the positioning is just not there. So we are able to get 2 free kills. Meanwhile, they are pushing to our bot and hip tower, and they almost get this, but we do capitalize on them overextending here and overcommitting for this. Meanwhile, I'm over here. This turret, you remember when Garen and Kate was pushing this earlier, when we all threw down here when we gave them the Baron? This thing was like 1 HP. I just slapped it once. So this is just the beginning of me split pushing right here. And I need the back ASAP. There's no wave here. Somebody pinged the turret, but there's no way for me to get this. It's all the way over here. And understanding how your minion waves work and when they pull out and when they're going to pull up is very important. It will win you a lot of games, and that's just how you split pushing away and get towers. There's no reason for me to just sit here. I might as well just go and spend my riches, my 1k, on something pretty in the shop, because they're backing. But we did get a TP. Oh, we did get a TP, so that's pretty good. That's actually pretty damn good. So let's change the fog here. Let's change it back. Why not, right? If it doesn't serve to be any good, I'll switch it back. But yeah, I'm splitting bot here. At this point in the game, it's 30 minutes in. We need to keep reapplying this pressure, especially since Baron has not spawned yet. It's spawning in another 30 seconds. You want 45 seconds. You want to have bot lane pushed out when this thing is up, or at least stacking up like right here when it's about to spawn. That way you can divert a lot of attention from the enemy team. They're gonna be like, oh, we got a whole bot. It's all the way across the enemy map, or all across the map. Damn, I almost went down here, I believe. Oh, I think I do go down here. Let me see. So, I got caught by the Orianna ulti. I got caught by a lot of enemy champions, it looks like. So, actually, no, we both get out alive. That's pretty good. That's great, actually. We ended up getting 2 of their ultis. But Bard actually gets caught. Oh, I remember this. And then Ziggs ends up running in with him. And I'm just backing right there. So, all in all, that's bad because Ziggs went down. But it's all about what happens after that. As you can see, they're all greedy. They're all happy. Oh, we got the Ziggs finally. Ziggs is really doing a good job carrying this game. Same with our top laner for tanking out. And we're all just doing pretty good team play. Gotta give us all credit here for doing what we do. And there's no reason for me to run in like this. But I did get the Lulu ulti to come out. And this is actually pretty good for us. I get the shield. And I almost go down. Oh, I do go down. I'm just defending this turret, man. There's really not much we can do here without our mid laner. But this is like the best exchange we can get because Caitlyn is dropping autos as she's going back. She's kiting, using her net very well, using her traps very well under this tower, forcing them to come and dive us, forcing them to come to us. So at the end of the day, they do get this inhibitor tower, but honestly, they could have ended there if we didn't play that how we did. And since they're really getting greedy for another turret because they did want to end, they knew they could end. We end up popping Lucian's GA and we get a kill on him. Dang, this is a pretty nice game. I like this game. Like I said, be sure to support because I think this is like one of my favorite Tiger stance. Well, I don't really make too much Tiger stance videos, but it's one of my favorites. So we got a lot of pressure. This is a great Baron call for us. I'm up in 2 seconds. Hecarim is also going to be up pretty soon as well. So we see Orianna showing bot. And we also are just being sure to rush this down. This is very underrated when it comes to just doing Baron, period. When it comes to you noticing who's up and who's not. Hitting tab is a thing you can do. A lot of players don't realize this in this elo, but you can just hit tab, see who's up, and know where they are. We have a war on both them being here, but the thing is, since we're focusing this and Bard dropped his ulti, there's no real threat of them stealing that other than her ulti. And they don't get it. Well, Caitlyn ended up getting the thing. I smited though. Sort of a bad smite. I do need to work on my smites a bit more. So, I ended up going back. 8-5 and 8 right now. What I decided to get was my ZZ Rod, or I think I already had my ZZ Rod. I haven't even been keeping up with my build. However, I have a lot of items. These are my core items right now. Some of my favorite ones to run on Udyr. It gives you a lot, man. Just with one damage item as being my Titanic Hydra and my Skirmisher Saber, which gives you the extra burn damage, you can still scale pretty well into the late game. You might not have a super insane amount of damage, but you're not going to get bursted and killed in 2 seconds. You're not going to be squishy as heck and end up going down when you need the tank for your team and actually team fight. So I see that they're trying to commit for this Air Drake. When it comes to Air Drake being up, yes, it's very beneficial for Udyr to have that extra move speed, but when it comes to people overcommitting for this thing, it happens a lot in this elo. It happens a lot. I'm in plat right now, like plat 4, but a lot of the times people will just try and get this dragon and try to kill everybody on it and then just try to take it and then regroup or something like that. But since that's going down, I'm just going to completely ignore Hecarim. I'm actually taking aggro right now because of the Cinder Hulk. However, I'm still just going for this tower. No Sheen, but since I got Titanic and Tiger, 5 points in Tiger stance, I will be doing damage to this tower. So they definitely need to send at least 2. At least 2. Actually, they need to send like at least 3. Because I got Ghost. Even though I just popped it. But you guys know what I mean. We ended up getting the Air Drake and we ended up winning the team fight because I drove 3 people to come and chase me down. They were able to catch them over here. And we got a couple kills. While bot was also pushing as well. This is really good for us. And I get out alive. So there's nothing bad about that exchange. There's actually a lot of good that came off of that. And as you can see, that's actually evening up the goal lead. So what I'm going to do is just go top, push this wave out. And try and go for this turret. Since this thing is so low, I know that I can just simply solo tank this. Like at this point in the game, I got a ZZ Rod. If you're gonna try and solo tank this thing, it's a lot of things you need to keep in mind. Well, basically what you need to know is the enemy team's positioning. Like what I'm keeping in mind here, since they're, yeah, I knew that Yasuo was coming here. I can't keep pushing this wave. What I'm gonna do is look for an opening to come mid, drop my rod, kill the wave, and then just grab this turret. That's all you need to do. When it's like 400 HP, you don't even need Sheen, especially when you're super tanky. You got all that attack speed and extra health, stuff like that, you can get it. So I almost get that blue buff. I'm just keeping tabs on enemy buffs as well throughout the whole entire game. So yeah, it's great. Lucian looks like he wants to get caught out again, so I'm definitely looking to do that. Especially, like, catching out Lucian is not too difficult to do. But I saw that his team was going to be coming over to try and help him out. So I have to run away. So I just run off to the side. Got the ulti. only cost a bit of my health and a little bit of fear and a little bit of terror in a way. It definitely feels dangerous when it comes to playing like this, but that's what you have to do. You got to get used to going in and out. You got to get used to going in deep and committing hard, even if it costs you elo or it costs you LP. Once you get the experience down and you actually learn from your games and you get good doing this, you start to become unstoppable. So I finally got a point into Phoenix stance, which actually helps me out a lot. But what ends up going down is that they catch the Lucian. He doesn't have flash. I was running at him because he didn't have flash, but they're actually winning this 4v5 it looks like. So that's really good. Like I said, wave clear on Ziggs. He can just throw bombs in the back. While an enemy, or while our team tanks from, the enemies will just start running in, dying like this. And you're forcing stuff coming out. Like when you're forcing them to do things like this on the map, like since I was pushing over there, they're like, oh shit, we gotta get this inhibitor, dude. It's open. This has been open for so long. We can go get bot as well. That's what the enemy team is thinking. But meanwhile, I'm already trying to open the gates. There we go. And simply getting this inhibitor as well. What I did was I made sure to just, like I said earlier, take out the wave, then let my rot kill the turret. And rots do a lot of damage when there's no minions around, which is something I really love about this item. It's great. And I see this wave coming up towards top lane because I pushed it a bit earlier, and I'm able to get this turret as well. So that's really when the game just goes into our favor. So that's basically it. We actually end up winning off of that. Even though, yeah, we just grabbed the goal lead by 900. Feels good. So let's see how I ended up deciding to try and finish this game out. I've been backing out on wars for a very long period of the game. Obviously, I can still throw at this point, but I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about doing is trying to get top inhibitor turret or try to get seize down bot in order to get another inhib. Also get any type of buffs that I can around the map. Well, honestly, I need to just give this over to my Ziggs. So yeah, trying to farm up here, and I'm still farming 38 minutes into the game. I mean, I wasn't able to just sit in the jungle or sit in the lane and try and get all of my XP because they were like really pressuring. But I'm still just trying to get level 18, man. Once you get level 18, which I just got, you out-level majority of the players on the enemy team, able to take them on. You're definitely ready to do a lot. So yeah, hauling ass up here top lane. We actually get a pick onto the Orianna mid. Meanwhile, I'm just pushing out this lane, and along with Titanic and Phoenix, that is so great for me. And I ended up getting the Yasuo to come up here as well. I started going ham onto him. I dropped my smite as well. I got Hecarim coming in through the back. I got a redemption coming out to support. But I'm not even, I don't even need it because they're not going to come close to killing me here. I'm just too tanky for them to handle right now. But it only lasts for so long. So it's important to try and finish games out as soon as possible and try to avoid the throws as much as possible. Because he can only tank for so long. There's only so many tank items you can buy. And eventually the team will start doing a lot of damage in order to kill you. So, ended up getting a few picks here. Killing the inhibitor. We're in a really good spot right now. Baron is live. The next dragon is coming up very soon. But we're really not even going to need it at this point. At least it looks like we don't need it. But they're fending off really well against us. Their comp is just so strong. But not anymore, because we're obviously into the game. Drop the mastery, because, you know, we've mastered the art of playing this champion and just opening the gates. And I will show you guys the runes and masters I use for doing this. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, wait, no. I'll see you guys right now for the builds. Alright, everyone. The runes that I used in this video are the standard runes that I use for Phoenix stance. Usually, I would promote this page up here, the extra AD and the extra attack speed. However, I didn't do this on purpose. I guess I wasn't planning to run Tiger Stance when I got in game, and I did, and I'm glad I did. However, I still used this page, and it worked out very well for me, so I will recommend it. This is just what I ran in this game. And the mastery that I used, let me see, the masteries, just like, that's the same story. I used courage, and this shield actually does help out quite a bit when you stun somebody, and then you get that extra shield when you have a lot of extra HP, and you just get really tanky, man. I know you guys seen it, me run away with a fat ass shield, and then I hit turtle stance, and it gets even fatter. And yeah, just 5 points in the Wanderer, Runic Affinity, Merciless, a Dangerous Game, and then 5 points in Unyielding, Wanderer, or Explorer, I meant, Runic Armor, Insight, Swiftness, and of course Courage. Alright, and the items that I used, my off-tank Tiger Stance build, link will be in the description for my mobile fire guide. Make an account and drop an upvote on my guide, because that will help me out tremendously when it comes to just promoting my guide and getting it out there and helping other people learn the ways. And yeah, this is really what I built, and I went Cinderhulk first. Well, I built my Tiamat nearly first. I just started out with Hunter's Talisman, and I went Tiamat, and then after that I basically just held it on for a while, and then I got my Cinderhulk. I'm not too sure if I got Deadman's Plate or rushed my Titanic after that, but regardless, is in this order. I got Mercs. I don't know when I got Mercs. You guys can watch the video. Yeah, I really just went over it. And Zizurot. And then I was going for Randuin's, but I didn't get a chance because I ended the game. Usually you don't want to get too far after you get these items. So, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. More videos are coming in the near future. Be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications like I always say, and all this other jazz. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.